before you fade. The mist is rising from pockets, nothing to hold on. Cracked leather jacket, dust on my boots. Highway calling, cut all my roots. Some say I'm running, I say I'm free. Thunder at my back when carrying me. Dust and thunder, rolling down the road. No name, no number, nobody to hold. Dust and thunder, fire in my bones. The further I go, the more I'm home. Neon towns and faces I forget. Morning tastes like whiskey and cigarettes. Stars above the desert, cold and wide. Somewhere out there, something's waiting right. Some say I'm broken, I say I'm whole. The road puts back what the years can steal. Dust and thunder, rolling down the road. No name, no number, nobody to hold. Dust and thunder, fire in my bones. The further I go, the more I'm home. Dust and thunder, rolling down the road. No name, no number, nobody to hold. Dust and thunder, fire in my bones. The further I go, the further I go, the farther I go, the more I'm home. Keep on moving. Keep on I've been drinking from a dusty bottle, honey, all day long. Trying to remember where the rhythm went so wrong. Got a copper-headed serpent sleeping in my bed, and 1,000 heavy echoes ringing in my head. Don't you look for mercy, don't you look for grace. I'm the only shadow left inside this hollow place. Oh, dusty bottle blues, let the river roll, burning up the edges of my weary, lonely soul. Higher than the mountain, deeper than the sea, I've sold my only halo just to set my spirit free. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let the thunder cry. Met a prophet in the basement of a Soho bar. He said, sister, you won't ever get too far with a broken down Gibson and a heart of rusted wire. But I told him I was dancing in the center of the fire. I don't need no silver, I don't need no gold, just a dirty piece of rock and roll to keep from getting old. and calculating, devastating look. The wind is screaming through the empty hollow town, waiting for the final sun turning around. Oh, Iron Maiden's rage, let it fly. Let the banner of the revolution touch the sky. No more turning, no more looking back. We're on the warpath, we're on the attack. Washing out the sorrow, washing out the pain, breaking down the temple of the time. too far, but I've got a 345 screaming in my hand, and I'm the loudest engine in this godforsaken land. I traded my halo for a rusty wire, and now I'm dancing in the middle of a forest fire. Gonna shake, gonna burn. Gonna move, gonna shake, gonna burn. Gonna move, gonna shake, gonna burn. Ah! Gonna move, gonna shake, gonna burn. Got a rattle in my pocket. Got a rattle in my pocket. Got a rattle in my pocket. Hey, 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 hey. Got a rattle in my pocket and a snake in my shoe. Got a rattle in my pocket and a snake in my shoe. Got a rattle in my pocket. Got a rattle in my pocket. Got a rattle in my pocket and a snake in my shoe. Got a rattle in my pocket and a snake in my shoe. Got a rattle in my pocket and a snake in my shoe. The morning mist is breaking on the emerald plain. I'm washing off the shadows and the winter rain. My sword is made of sunlight. My shield is made of blue. I'm riding for the glory, and I'm riding for the truth. The dust is rising higher from the ancient road. I'm casting off the burden of the heavy load. Oh, winds of the silver night, fly away. all. I've got the fever, I've got the flame, and I don't even remember my name. Oh, ember of the soul, let it burn. The pages of the world are beginning to turn. Higher than the mountain, deeper than the sea. Set the fire, set the spirit free. Watch the horizon, watch the fire grow. Everything is burning in the afterglow. I heard the prophet screaming out in the street. He said the devil's got a rhythm and a beat. I sold my silver for a bottle of wine and left the holy waterfall behind. Don't try to save me, don't try to pray. I'm going where the fire leads the way. watching the seasons and the centuries pass. Her armor is silver, but her spirit is warm inside the circle where the starlight was born. She's climbing a ladder made of shadow and bone to find the high kingdom that she once called her own. Feel the spark in the wire. Feel the spark in the wire. Feel the spark in the wire. Midnight engine burning bright. Neon shadows cutting night. Heartbeat racing out of control. Got a fire living in my soul. Stealing thunder in my veins. No more brakes, no more chains. Turn it up, let it scream. Living loud inside this dream. I don't stop, I don't slow. Feel it rising, let it go. We're riding the ignition line. Fire running side by side. Turn it up, don't think twice. We were born for this tonight. We're breaking through the red and blue. Nothing left, we gotta prove. Hear the sound, feel the drive. We're the pulse that stays alive. Crashing echoes, shaking ground. Every note